What's going on, guys? Something I didn't realize my Samsung phone does. It apparently it just automatically, I don't know if it was something I said, but just automatically started recording. And I didn't even know the phone could do that. These phones have so much technology that it kind of bothered me when Glendon Cameron was going over his list of stuff you need to start a YouTube channel, and he went straight to high end. He was like, you got to get the right computer, you got to get this, you got to get, and I understand his level of thinking. You do need that stuff, I believe, down the line once you've grown an audience. But even though I do have a desktop, some of that stuff I don't think is necessary in the beginning. I really don't. I think you could start off with your cell phone and just struggle, hustle, just like I'm doing right now, and make hundreds of thousands of views, or get hundreds of thousands of views. It's just about your personality. Now, what does that say about me? Could say my personality is not good enough because I'm not getting a lot of views. Not necessarily. People, you could be talking to the wrong audience because you created the wrong audience. Excuse me. That could be part of it. And I think that's what Glendon Cameron is going through now with the rebranding of his channel. But I thought he was in the same thinking on the lines of going into focusing on using AI to build his business. And he kind of went left. It's kind of like he just gave up on the AI stuff and just started going back to the old school ways and just hiring people. And it's like, that kind of confused me, because I could have sworn in one of his courses he was talking about doing a whole bunch of AI training or whatever. And he was talking about using Midjourney and all these other things. And it's kind of like he just stepped away from that. And he stopped doing the Midjourney thumbnails. And AI, let me tell you guys, AI has completely changed the way I think about business. And I was like a lot of you guys. I would feel like I'm just a dime in the bucket. There's no way I'm going to be able to build enough attention. This is what I was thinking. I was thinking there's no possible way just a little entrepreneur, YouTuber like myself will be able to build an audience big enough where enough people will actually watch my content where I could build a business. This is where AI comes in. AI will help you not only with ideas, but with actually faceless video content. Between ChatGPT, Picture AI, Opus Clips, there's countless other platforms that use AI that you could purchase that will make you way more money than the thousands of dollars Glendon Cameron was talking about spending to start your business. I think he came up with like $6,000 worth of stuff. Yeah, I think he added up to about $6,000 worth of stuff that it will take to start a proper, as he put it, a proper YouTube channel. Now, I'm here to argue that, number one, it don't have to be a proper YouTube channel to get started. You could literally just start vlogging, old school vlogging, like Gary Vee used to do, and just start putting out content, just talking about your journey of being an entrepreneur. That's probably the number one concept I would say. If you have no clue what you want to talk about, what you want to do, I apologize for the glare. This is not what Glendon was talking about. This is not a quality tell you how to do it the quality way because I'm still building my business. And I'm getting a lot more views than the average person from the training that I'm learning. Because I'm using different techniques. I'm using shorts as a way to get more people to subscribe, to watch some more of my long form content. I'm transitioning out of videos like this on some of my channels to 100% faceless channels. 100% faceless YouTube channels. Like 2 of my channels, I will be taking myself out of the equation, and all my videos will be of other people and faceless YouTube channel. I would call them more theme pages because it won't be me in the content, but they would be more like what I call theme pages that could get you the kind of traffic you need to build your media empire. So Glennon was quoting $6,000 to start a proper YouTube channel. You could probably spend a fraction of that and build way more content faster from probably spending only $500. Literally $500 in AI tools. It's like having an entire marketing team. $500. I would much rather spend $500 and bare minimum, you're probably looking at spending it like $100 a month ongoing. But that literally could save you in having a whole staff of people. A whole staff. Like even in the future, once I'm making enough to pay a staff, you don't want to pay a staff until you absolutely have to, in my opinion. I don't think you should be even trying to pay a staff until you are able to pay yourself at least a full-time wage. I won't even begin the idea of thinking about hiring somebody until I'm personally making bare minimum $30,000 a year just on this one business, by the way. Until I'm making at least $30,000 a year just on building my media company, I won't be hiring a staff, but I'll still have a digital staff because of the tools that I use from AI. And I know some of you that have been watching me for a while, you see the growth of the channel. I'm slowly getting more subscribers. The channel's slowly growing. You know, I'm not gaining, I would say my overall following, I'm probably averaging 20 to 50 new subscribers a day. That don't sound like a lot, but that's steady growth. That's my overall following. So that's everything. That's YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter. I am a little bit on Instagram. Instagram's not my, I know people love Instagram, but that's never been my primary. My primary source of traffic has always been YouTube. And it's harder. I think Instagram is actually technically easier, but I didn't pay attention to Instagram in the beginning. Or 4 or 5 years ago, I would say when Instagram was at its peak, I was already on YouTube. And a lot of those Instagram people didn't bother with YouTube because YouTube is hard. YouTube's not easy. And it's so much traffic now, the only way to stand out is to have a lot of AI tools to make you stand out. I believe that's the only way this is going to work. you have to have help. You can't just do it on your own. You have to have tools. And probably the greatest tool, even though a lot of companies are trying to compete with OpenAI's platform, I think OpenAI is still going to win in the end. That's just my opinion, because they got the jump on the technology, and we got ChatGPT 4, and they're already working on 5. Meanwhile, I think the competitors, like Google's doing their thing, but I think they're just moving slower, and it's too many restrictions. Where I think OpenAI, for the creators, has just been the #1 tool out there. I absolutely love it. I'm going to actually be working on my own ChatGPT, or my own version of it. I'm going to brand it. I don't think I'm going to sell it. I think the key is not to really sell it, but to get people to use it. I think the more people you get to use it, the more proof of concept you have to kind of, if you do want to sell it later, it gives it credibility. But I think in the beginning, I think the goal is to get at least, if you get just 500 to 1,000 users to use your chatbot, and then OpenAI starts the thing where they start giving you a revenue split, that's when you turn it on. And even if it only gives you a small monetary amount of money extra, it's still money. It's still money. And that gives you more credibility with the banks. If you go into a bank and you be like, yeah, my company is a media company, or I would take the code, the NAICS code of software publisher, because it's low risk. But you're actually going to be a media company, you're going to be a marketing company, you're going to be a branding company, you're going to be all that in one. But when you go to the bank and say, yeah, we have our own chatbot, that's going to give you a lot of credibility with the bank. Be like, look, feel free to try it out. We have our own chatbot. Try it out for free. Here's a link. And make it a similar link to your main page website domain. Make your domain for your GPT, make it very similar in name to your main domain, to your main website, similar name. And I think that's going to kill the game when you go to the bank. And you have a minimum credit score of 680. And you go start your first holding company. You're going to be able to go to a lot of banks, and without showing proof of income, because you just started, you're letting them know I just started. Based on your personal credit, you may be able to take out right up front a $50,000 line of credit, so you don't pay back till you use it, which is key. And another line of credit in the form of a business credit card for, say, $20,000. Now, you may have to guarantee your first line. You may have to. But you didn't show any docs. You didn't show any proof of income. But you showed them a concept that you're a software publisher and you look legitimate. And you got everything else right. You got your business address. You got your website. You got your professional email. You got all the stuff to make you look legitimate. So when you go to these banks, all you need is the personal credit score, and you're right out the gate. You have everything they need to manage your company. Now, my new strategy is to put online with offline, meaning you do something like a physical service business, minus transportation, in order to put funds in your account in that business, even though it's not transportation, you can still do this. Put those funds in that account. That's going to make the bank lend you more, give you more, because they see transactions going in your bank. They see the money going in your bank. Now all you need is the credit. You get your credit up simply by paying down. You take your business credit. Now a lot of people might think this is ethically wrong. I think this is 100% legitimate as far as I understand. You hide your personal utilization by using your business credit. Meaning you stop using your personal cards, you pay them down, you use your business credit for gas, which easily tax write-off. I don't necessarily think you should do it for food. Food is probably the only one time I would say go ahead and just use your personal credit. How often do you buy food out? Groceries. Occasional business dinner, I would say, yeah, you can put on the business card, but not every meal. I would not say do that. Some business owners will say do it every meal. I say do an occasional expensive meal. You're out, you're trying to impress somebody, it's okay, you can write off your taxes. But on average, your personal groceries, use that one daily driver personal card just for the groceries. But almost everything else, you could get away with using it under your business. I think even rent. I think in some cases, you can at lease an apartment under your business, and it looks totally legitimate, or it is totally legitimate. I'll give you an example, a media company. Right now, I'm sharing my apartment with two guys I'm renting to. Let's say I wanted to have my own space. I could literally go rent a house and require the landlord to put it under my company. So for tax reasons, they usually understand that. And as long as they can look your company up and your company has credit, they usually won't say no. So now you put your lease under your business, and the lease payments are total write-off. And because that's not your home address, you can write off that entire unit, apartment on your business, because that's the place you go to do your actual business in peace. Now, I think you could get away with writing the entire building off if you're truly going there to do and conduct business. And one way to prove that is you could have portions of the house set up, cameras, whatever, especially for a media company, to do business. And it's totally legitimate. You know? And this is one of the things I'm thinking of doing, because you want to hide your home address. And this is one of the ways of doing it. Because mind you, this won't be the business address. This will be your secondary address. Your corporate address is where they can send a lease. You know, you're going to run everything through your corporate address. They don't actually need your actual personal address. So now somebody actually goes to look up where you live, it goes back to your address, like my apartment where I stay with those two guys, but I don't actually have to sleep there at night. See where I'm going with this? I can sleep at the nicer home where I do my business on the daily. They just check in the apartment, and it'd be a write-off to my business. And even if they don't give you where you can write off the entire building, at the very least, you get the office deduction. an entire room in the house for your business, which could be the entire living room, you know, or the biggest bedroom. You make your office. Because remember, you're not going to sleep there all the time. You don't necessarily need the biggest bedroom to be your office. So you can make that the office. You can make the living room the office. It kind of doesn't matter. I like big spaces, so I probably would make the entire living room the office. You know, and have minimum furniture. And obviously put the bulk of my investment in that particular house in the kitchen, because I'll probably be spending a lot of time in and out of the kitchen. But the bedroom doesn't have to be anything special. I probably will have a bed there, because there'll be times I won't sleep there. And this is a way of shielding your personal home address, because I could actually live there, but not live there on paper. That makes sense. And still have packages delivered there, anything I need, and it'd be more secure than the apartment that I'm renting to these two guys. So there's a lot of ways you could do this stuff. That's one thing I probably would do. And then the entire home, if you were to purchase it instead of lease it, could be in the name of your trust. And your trust can write out a lease to your business. So you have an actual lease. And you actually pay your trust the monthly payment. A little bit more than what the monthly payment would be. And then have the trust pay the mortgage payment. And just put a cushion in the middle there. I would actually, if the mortgage is, say, $1,200, you're paying $1,400. So now your business is getting a write-off because you're paying the lease payment to yourself. And a lot of people won't do that extra step, but you should, because of the tax write-off reasons. So now you're definitely going to be able to write off the entire thing. You know, the business is paying the mortgage, the trust is actually paying the mortgage payment, and no one has to know that you own the property or you conduct business there. This is a safe way to set up your business when you're a single member business. And you want to hide yourself from getting sued, people coming after you. This is a good way of setting things up where you can hide yourself and have the anonymity you need. What point is it to have a holding company and you can't protect yourself? And then that company could go on to do my other operating companies, you know, that I want to have under a similar brand. It might only own that actual company, might only own my media stuff, and say my ChatGPT only, because it's less risk for me to get sued. But I might set up a separate company for transportation because it's high risk. But I still might own one vehicle in that company, you know. Or you might want to have one vehicle under your trust. I thought about getting, like, in the future, of course, once I start making some real money, I thought about eventually, not now, but eventually getting like a Tesla and putting that under my actual trust. So the trust actually owns it. And that'd be my only personal vehicle. But have the other vehicles that I drive daily will actually be business vehicles. But I might take the Tesla out, say, on the weekends or something like that, just to feel it out and slowly transition into using that more and more often. So I got a lot of plans have a clear-cut plan with AI technology and social media. And I think you guys need to focus on keeping up to date with this AI technology, even if you're getting older. I'm 53 now. I don't look it or feel it, but I realize if I don't keep up with technology, I'm going to be left behind, and there's no going back to work for retail. Those days are over. I'm aged out. There's no way I could go back after not working for nobody for... How long am I self-employed now? I've been self-employed for like years now. There's no way I'm going to go back to working for cell phone industry, for example. Perfect example. I probably have my longest experience in the cell phone wireless industry. And if I go back at age 53 and be like, I want to sell T-Mobile, they're going to look at me like, really? 53 years old and you haven't worked in 2 years? I have to stay self-employed, and to stay relevant, I gotta use AI technology. But the beauty about the AI technology is gonna be able to help me create bigger offers to market to my customers. I can literally go to ChatGPT right now, and this is one of the things my own chatbot is going to do better than ChatGPT. Is be like, create me an offer to promote this brand or this company, and literally it's going to be able to do it just based on the input I give it. Let's say, I know this is a long shot. Let's say Coca-Cola comes to me years later, after I built up my company as the #1 marketing agency in Connecticut. So Coca-Cola comes to me and be like, how can you market our product better? I can go to ChatGPT and just put in a bunch of information about Coca-Cola, and it'll spit out, I can be like, give me 10 different ways how I can promote this company better. And it'll give me 10 different ways. But my GPT, the goal is to get it where it refines and gives you more detail than actual regular ChatGPT would. It's going to give me more details, which is going to allow me to market my own chat bot or ChatGPT. We might just call it a chat bot because it's getting hard to say that. I'll better market that easier, which could generate funds later down the line. So, in the interface on OpenAI, they're making it so easy to make your own bot now that I predict if I just wait another month, it's only going to get better. That's how fast this AI technology is getting. It's moving so fast that I think the new version of ChatGPT 5, I think it's coming around the corner. I think it's only, I would say 3 to 6 months from now, you're going to have 5 out, and it's going to be able to help you do a lot of stuff so much easier. And it's mind-blowing when you really think about it. It's mind-blowing what this new technology is going to be able to help you to do. And some of you still didn't start a YouTube channel. There's no more excuses. You don't have to show your face. You can use Picture AI and ChatGPT and make a video. You're going to even pick the country you want the voice to be in. There's technology out there. You can even create or clone your own voice, which is probably the next route I'm going to go. I'm thinking about cloning see how much that runs me, and start doing video content with my own AI version of my real voice. It's coming. But thank you guys for listening to me rant. Almost at my daughter's house. I just wanted to get in a quick talk to get you guys amped up about using this technology, because you got to keep up with this stuff. It's moving so fast. Like it's moving lightning fast. That if you keep up with it, even if you work at McDonald's, you'll still be able to make money online. Thank you guys for your time. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Thank you.